Hello and welcome to the plugin, our regular look at all things slots gaming. We'll be taking a look at Perfect Potions, our Merlin-inspired Megaways game that looks absolutely amazing and something we're really proud of. We'll also be looking at Marvelous Mouse Coin Combo. This is a port from the land-based game that's been hugely successful so far. And Craig and I will be having our regular chats about those games, plus taking a sneak peek at some of the amazing games that are coming up later on this year, and you won't want to miss that. But first, here's Craig with his demo of Perfect Potions Megaways.
Welcome all. So today I get the pleasure of showing you Perfect Potions Megaways. So this is our first Megaways title of 2021. So the general premise of this game, and we'll just kick autoplay off while I explain it, is it's a standard Megaways reel set. So there's up to 90,000 ways on the base game reel. And then on every single spin, as you can see, you're going to randomly generate these potions that will sit above reels 2 to 6. Now, every time you get a win, the reels will cascade. If that opens up an available spot below the potion, as we do there, the potion's then going to drop onto the reels. What you're then hoping for is further wins that are then going to allow that potion to cascade all the way down and then get these, cauldrons that we've got down here. So if the potion hits the cauldron, it's then going to trigger its random modifier. So the blue potions will expand the reel set, so they're going to double the height of the reel set that they've dropped through. So if a reel's 5 high, it's going to go up to 10 high. The red potions are going to then put an expanding wild into that reel. So again, this one here that's dropping through, if that reaches the bottom, you're going to get a 3 high wild on that reel set. And if by magic, we get a little dialogue to tell us what's going on. And then that will become wild. So then what you're hoping for is it will then continue to cascade and you'll get further wins. Oh, can we get the blue one in? So the potions should trigger every 20 spins. So you should see quite a bit of action in the base game using these potion wins. So for free spins, for the bonus, you're looking for 4 or more scatter symbols. So these can land anywhere on the reels, and the game will also collect them. So when one lands, it will collect into this little meter at the side of me, and then it will cascade. So we've got 2 there. It cascades, and it will hold them for the duration of that spin. So these bonus symbols aren't going to block any further wins, and it's also not going to block the potions from dropping down onto the reels. So if you get 4 scatters, that's going to give you 10 free spins, all the way up to 15 if you can get 6 scatters. So free spins should trigger on average 1 in 320 spins. So that's quite a way out compared to like Spartacus Megaways, which I think is about 1 in 180, but it is in line with games like Bonanza. So your standard Megaways customers are going to be used to that sort of hit rate. And again, we're hoping that there's enough action within the base game to keep them playing to trigger that bonus. So for non-UK markets, we do have the bypass feature. So we'll trigger that. So the bypass feature is only 50 times your bet, which is very, very low. Now the reason for this is because we're collecting the bonus symbols up, chances are that when you trigger a bonus naturally, there's already going to be quite a sizable win to take you into that bonus round. And also, as you'll see when I trigger the bonus, any real expansion is persistent for the entirety of the bonus round. So if we triggered the feature and 3 of the reels had already expanded, we'd carry that over to the free spins. So again, you know, we can drive the cost down of that bonus buy because you don't see that from triggering it with that button. If you triggered it naturally, again, you're more likely to get a better bonus experience. So there is a re-trigger in free spins. So for this, we only need 3 scatter symbols anywhere on the reels, and that's going to give us an additional 4 spins, up to a maximum of 8 additional if you can get 6 scatters. We just got to hope that we can get some wins on this one, because it's not been kind to me today. We need an ace, come on, give us an ace. Here we go. So this blue one's going to hit the cauldron. We'll trigger its modifier. So again, so we've got, as you can see, we've got, what, 4 spins left, and we're going to maintain this real high. So this is where it gets exciting, because, so what are we at the moment? So this is 8 high, right? And then a red potion can land above that one that's 8 high, cascade through, and then you're looking at getting an 8 high wild. Now that's, you know, massive when you think, if you've got 2 or 3 reels lined up next to each other and these red potions drop through and they get all the way to the bottom, that's where you're going to see some serious value. So yeah, so this is kind of what we're going for, an all-action Megaways game that's great fun. And again, you know, we keep saying this on the webinars and the quick game demos, you know, a massive improvement in the presentation of the game. You know, we want to be giving your customers, you know, the kind of the solid maths models and the mechanics that they come to expect from our games, but with a better presentation, with better engines. We want to give them the smoothest gameplay that we can. And I think we've definitely achieved it with this game. The guys over in the Crucible studio have done an absolutely stellar job with the look and feel of it. I mean, it's just little things like, you know, like the fire that's in the little torches at the, you know, the back of the reels, the use of space. It's a beautiful game, and I can't wait to see this one go live. So it's going network wide on the 22nd of April. But if you've got any questions or would like a further demo, get in touch with one of the content specialist teams, and we're more than happy to give you another run through of it. Thanks a lot.
I think that game looks absolutely amazing. We're so proud of it and can't wait to share that with players. Next up, here's Marvelous Mouse Coin Combo.
So the Coin Combo family of games has been a massive performer for us over in the US land-based casino market. So we're going to bring them online. This is going to be the first game that we're coming out with, but we do have a further Coin Combo game coming out in Q4 this year. So the Coin Combo relates to these 3 pots that sit above the reels. So like your classics like 88 Fortunes and JJBX, you're going to get these coin symbols that land on the reels, and then they're going to fill the associated coloured pots. So the pots themselves, so the red one, that's going to trigger your Foo Babies bonus picker. So that's going to give you the chance to win one of these 4 fixed jackpots. And as you can see there, the top one's set at £2,000. So for a £1.76 bet, you know, there's a considerable amount of value for your customers to chase in that jackpot. The blue pots and the green pot, they're going to control the free spins that you're awarded in the game. So just look down at my notes. So the blue one, that's going to trigger mighty spins. So that's going to give you spins with a reel that is 4 rows in height. The green one is going to trigger the mega, and that's then going to give you 5 reels in height. And if you're lucky enough to get the blue and the green to go off at the same time, that's going to give you 6 rows. So that's where you're going to see the most value. Now, there is the potential that all 3 of them will trigger at the same time, in which case you're going to get your super spins plus the jackpot as well. So the more that go, the more it's going to pay. So let's just trigger a few in. Let's do a mystery one. mystery free spins. So we get the scatters land on, so we get all 5. So this should give us super spins. So we're going to play on the maximum real height. So real height of 6, so that's going to give us 7,776 ways to win. And then there's going to be cash prizes on the reels up to 100 times your wager. So again, sticking with that, you know, classic Asian theme slot where you've got the coin amounts that can land on there. Now, when you get the super spins and we're playing on this, you know, like kind of stellar real height, you're also going to start to see these stack symbols land. And this is where the game can go absolutely crazy. So bear in mind, we're spinning here at £1.76 a spin. We are 4 spins in and we've already won over 5 grand. So we, you know, that was £1,000 just for queens. I mean, that is an insane amount of value. And then 1,800. So, you know, let's be honest, you'd be happy if you're spinning at £1.76 and you walk away with 8.5 grand. I mean, that is a massive win. So let's just trigger the Foo Babies bonus picker so you can see that. So again, looking for a red symbol anywhere on the rails. That's then going to trigger the pot. And that's going to then take us through to our Foo Babies bonus picker. So what's going to happen here is we've got the chance to upgrade these pots as well. So if we get 3 of this coin symbol, that will upgrade it by 1 level. And then, as it says there, the grand jackpot can actually be paid twice. So let's pick through. So currently, we've got 1 upgrade. Can we get any more? There we go. So we get 3 upgrade symbols. So which one have we won there? So that's going to pay us the grand, but because we got the upgrade, it's going to pay us it twice. So we actually got 4 grand off that. So again, I think, you know, once customers realise that there's that sort of value in the game, they're going to keep coming back for it. Again, another absolutely massive win. So we're really excited about this one going live. You know, it's something different for us with our, you know, Asian themed titles. I do think there's enough there that it's going to stand out against, you know, 88 Fortunes and JJBX and 5 Treasures. You know, the inclusion of the 3 pots, you know, is a really nice little feature. And, you know, and I keep saying this on these webinars and the quick game demos, but again, you can see that we've really tried to apply kind of that next level of production quality. You know, I mean, it's a gorgeous looking game. It looks like it's been made for the online market first. You know, you wouldn't think this was a straight up land-based port. So yeah, we're really excited to see this one live. If you've got any other questions, or if you you know, you want a one-to-one demo, give one of us a shout and we're more than happy to oblige. Thanks a lot.
And Craig joins us now as always. Hi Craig.
Hello, you all right?
Good, thank you. How are you? How's your year been?
It's been hectic. I'm, you know, glad the kids are back at school so I can get back to gambling without them judging me.
And it's been it's the end of the Q1 now, so it's been a really successful Q1 for all our first party content. I think we've had 4 slot of the week wins so far.
Yeah. The reception from the industry has been really good for the games. We've seen some really strong numbers. You know, I think Race Day we're particularly proud of. That's been our kind of best game since records began. So we've seen some really strong numbers from that game. You know, especially in the UK. So yeah, we're all super proud of the games we've released this year.
And US has been going great guns as well. Is that right?
Yeah, so we've, you know, obviously we've gone into Michigan, where we're seeing kind of stellar numbers, and, you know, we're looking at West Virginia next. where we expect to see a considerable amount of growth. But games like Five Treasures and Spartacus Super Colossal Reels, which have really been built for those markets, they're starting to perform there, which is great to see.
Good. So, and an exciting Q2 coming our way, and the operators' way. You just showed us a couple of games there. Let's talk about them both. Perfect Potions first. So I can tell you and everybody else internally loves this game, is really excited. And what are you most excited about with this game?
I think as games designers, we've been very lucky this year that we've been entrusted with some Hasbro brands, Monopoly, like Rainbow Riches, which is a huge franchise for us. So to kind of go and do an original sort of title has been really exciting. To kind of come out with a new theme, a new hopefully a new brand that we can kind of build on. And if we look at the games that performed last year, Beetlejuice Megaways and Spartacus Megaways were just huge games for us. So we're really excited to kind of take that mechanic of an expanding reel set, an expanding Megaways reel set, and kind of move it along. And I think the guys over in the the Crucible studio, the polish that they've applied to that game is just ridiculous. It's such a good looking game.
Yeah, so Crucible are one of our own studios, but we've just started to work with them more. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so they did Blazing Hot 7 Stack 'em Up, which we released in January. Obviously, they've done Perfect Potions, and they've got another one coming out later in the year. I think it's going to be like July the 7th, which is Dr. Brainiac's Free Spin Frenzy. So they're kind of going to give us that ability to do some more European-focused titles. So high quality front ends with, nice, simple mechanics to really push that market.
Right. And I know I've been in a couple of meetings with you, with some of the streamers that we've been meeting with. But what's the reception been like for Perfect Potions?
The nicest thing they say is it doesn't look like an SG game, which is great, because we are trying to kind of push the envelope with our titles. Everyone's been really positive, from like your Casino Daddies to like Nick Slots. They've all given it very, very positive feedback. Yeah, they're excited for that one, and operators as well. Like the operators are buzzing to get that one live. That and Invaders, they're the two that they've really pushed over.
Hold that thought on Invaders.
Yeah.
Back to that in a minute. But just finishing on Perfect Potions, who is the target audience for Perfect Potions? And what kind of players will play this, and what are the similar games that players would have enjoyed previously that would like Perfect Potions?
Yeah, so I mean, if we're looking at first party games, like I say, you're going after the Beetlejuice and the Spartacus Megaways customers. It's got that mechanic that they loved from that game. But I mean, really, any sort of Megaways game, we've got quite a high hit rate into bonus on it, so it kind of matches up a little bit with Bonanza. So there's a lot of action in the base game. Free spins are a little bit far out, but when you get there, there's a solid win potential in it. So you just target any Megaways customer. If you've got a few customers that like the old sort of like next gen games, it's got a bit of a Merlin's Money Burst, Merlin's Super Millions sort of feel to it. So they're worth going after as well.
Wasn't that one of the inspirations for your original concepts?
Yeah, so what I do, I think we all do it as a team. When we pitch a game, we draw out little grids, and then we go onto Box and steal assets from old games that we've done and put them in there. And that's kind of our way of, you almost kind of draw a flow of how the game's going to go. So that's, I used Merlin's Money Burst. I used all the assets from that to kind of pitch the game.
Yeah, I find that fascinating though, because it's a tangible development experience. These games really do come from nothing, from your mind, and all the way from kind of, I don't know, a thought in the shower, all the way up to being launched live with Opera.
Normally what happens is, like, I've got a little book that I always have at the side of my bed, and it's normally like you go to bed and you can't sleep because you've got an idea for a game, so you have to wake up, you write it down, and then the next day you sit down and you map it out. And it's always the bit where, like, my partner, she'll say to me, like, you don't have a proper job, because I am just sat there like copying assets and moving stuff about, and you know, almost kind of playing in Photoshop to kind of explain what it is that I want it to do. But it's the most fun part.
I must have said this every time I talk to you, but you really do love your job, don't you?
Yeah, look, I adore it, mate. Adore it.
That's life.
Yeah.
So, Perfect Potions, just remind everybody when it's released.
So that one is coming out on the 22nd of April, I think then.
Right, brilliant. Next up, Marvelous Mouse Coin Combo.
Yes.
So this is a US focused game, correct?
Yeah. So if you look at our roadmap, the current strategy is that we'll do one UK, Europe focused title, and then one game that is really for the US market, so US and Canada. Now, Marvelous Mouse has come from our land-based casinos. The Coin Combo family of games are huge performers over there. So this was kind of like the next no-brainer to bring over. We've got 88 Fortunes, we've got JJBX, we've got 5 Treasures. You know, how do we look at then moving these games on? So we've got Marvelous Mouse coming out on the 27th of April. And then we're going to do another Coin Combo game later in the year, which is called Hurricane Horse. So we think that there's legs within this kind of Coin Combo mechanic.
And why? I mean, not just the Coin Combo mechanic. Try to say that with your teeth in. But just general, the Asian themed games seem to be really popular in the US. Do you know why? Have you got a theory?
I think it's you play what you know. You know, if we look at the UK market, Rainbow Riches, Mighty Black Knight, Action Bank, all these games are huge performers still in the UK. Rainbow Riches is ancient, but it's still top of the list of games, and because the UK customers remember it from the betting shops. You know, they've probably seen pub fruit machines based on it. They've seen it in the bingo halls, all this sort of stuff. And that's what you get in the American market. They've played these games in the casinos. They know them. They love them. You know, they'll always go back to them. So, you know, 88 Fortunes will always be at the top of the pile in America because it's such a popular land-based casino game.
However, we are launching original content into the States with likes of Clue going there, or the Clue, the US version of Cluedo.
Yeah. So, well, that's the thing. So you give them what they love, and then you bring the new games into the market. So yeah, we've got Clue, Cash Mystery, that's gone live in the States. Rainbow Riches Race Day's just gone live as Road to Riches in New Jersey. So, you know, we are trying to, you know, give them new titles. Bonanza from Big Time Gaming is a huge performer in the States. You know, so a mechanic as new and revolutionary to them as Megaways has, you know, it's doing as well as it did in the UK and Europe. You know, they're getting behind that as well. So it's a case of give them what they love, and then just slowly introduce them to a few new mechanics, a few new ideas, and they will move over.
Yeah, well, we all know what great games there are here that aren't based on land-based. So I think they've got an exciting future.
Indeed.
And I think you've probably answered this, but I'll ask you anyway. What type of player is going to play Marvelous Mouse Coin Combo, apart from being American?
So if we look at the UK and Europe, so these games tend to be VIP titles. They tend to be quite punchy. They've got the fixed jackpots, which we know the VIPs like. They tend to be, you know, medium high to high volatility. So, you know, these are the games you get them in front of your VIP customer base.
Right. And when is this being released?
27th of April.
Right. Brilliant. And then just looking into the future beyond Q2, we've got, in Q2 and beyond, we've got BTG launching Wildflower exclusively with us.
Yeah. Scary game. So Wildflower is, I mean, it's Little Devil 2, you know, so it's kind of like the best bits from Little Devil, the best bits from Danger High Voltage. Now, I think Danger High Voltage is still a top 15 game on the network, and Little Devil's like top 30. So very, very strong performers. But it's just, I mean, it's crazy volatile. I think the max win in the game's like over 100,000 times you bet. So, you know, it's a game that I'm going to put my own money through. I will go and play that as soon as it goes out. I will be depositing with our friends over at Paddy Power probably, and having a gamble on it.
Good. And when's that due for release?
So that's going to the 28th of April.
Okay.
So it is actually going to the Flutter group on the 21st. They've got it for a week's exclusivity.
Okay. But the game is still only available with us at launch.
It's only going to be us. So I think we've got it exclusive for 3 months.
Cool. And then the other big release of the year is Invaders Megaways.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
So, I mean, it seems every time we do one of these, I wax lyrically about Invaders Megaways. So it's been really good actually to watch this game grow. So it's a classic Megaways game where you'll get a wild on every single spin. It'll select a random symbol and give you a wild. So it's almost like a win on every spin. That's what Matt that designed the game keeps saying. And then like free spins, every spin's going to have a different modifier that's going to activate. So again, it's an all-action Megaways game. But my favourite thing that they've done, and it's because the game's a homage to Invaders from Planet Moolah, the big kicker in Invaders was when you got the Unical, because you knew you were going to get a big win. So what's going to happen now is like, I don't know, the hit rate's something ridiculous, like 1 in 1,000. But the Unical's going to fly in his UFO, he's going to blast the reels and give you at least 350,000 ways. I mean, that's what it currently is, up to 1 million, with a random wild symbol. So you're almost guaranteed like a mental win when the Unical flies in. And I know that the American customers that adore the original, they'll go crazy for the Unical.
But this is a game that's not. This is a game that we feels going to be big for across Europe and.
It's the maths are looking really solid at the moment. The front end has got the level of polish that is going to work over in like the Scandi markets. It's got the history with the Invaders brand that I think will, get a few people excited as well. It's just, honestly, it's the game that I'm most excited for. Well, I'd say, up to Q3. There's something coming in Q4, which I'm working on at the moment, which is insane. And I'm really, really excited about that one. But I think Invaders is my pick. It's the cream of the crop at the moment.
It looks amazing, and again, when we've been meeting with the streamer guys, the feedback's been brilliant, and I know they're still loving it too. We're excited as a marketing team. We're excited by it. It's just I think it's going to be phenomenal, and we'll be sharing that on one of these webinars in due course.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we might have to dress up for it or something.
Yeah. I'll get a Mars Attacks helmet or something like that. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for your time as always. We will speak again in a month or so.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, Craig.
Speak soon. Thank you.